say that I apologize for the poor quality of my video. I'm not using screen recorders. A lot of my videos are made with different cameras, DVR cameras, belt cameras, so I'd have to change all the formats. But before I share my video, I wanted to say that the people doing this to us want to cause harm not only to our country but to our communities. And they do not care about human life. They don't care about our schools. They don't care about your lodges or bases. It's all a bunch of hogwash. These people make their presence known using their own tags. And if anyone was to spend a couple thousand hours just monitoring these people and what they do, you'll be able to find out the people behind it. Stay strong and hope you enjoy my video. Peace. Look at this right here. Sometimes you'll see people sitting in the...
What's strange about this is that when I got there, these people were waving at me.
Sometimes...
Right before I got where these 3 cars were at.
You'll see people sitting in the cars.
They were the only people that were there and sitting in their car out of the whole entire place. And in the past I've had encounters where I've gone to gas stations and all these people come from like neighborhood watch groups and they're all driving red cars and they're harassing me.
Sitting in the cars. Flashes lights at me.
Now, if you listen after this clip, another car was honking the horn. I should have kept rolling this camera because after this, about 9 cars from the opposite side of the road started honking their horns at me.
Fuck you want, bitch? So this guy, he's honking.
And look at all the cars. There's no way I can turn to the right. There's no way I can turn to the left.
And it's a red light. What the fuck you want with me, man? What the fuck you want?
I apologize for my foul language. I normally don't talk like that, but I was harassed the whole day.
So, it's a red light and this guy's honking a horn at me. The guy in front of me shines his lights.
Man, where can I turn? You see all the cars?
Yesterday I had someone throw...
There's nowhere I can turn, and the day prior I had someone throw something at my car and I heard like a boom sound. I actually have it on Yahoo Answers where you can see the pieces of the device.
Something at my car. I heard what appeared to be an explosion sound. Now I don't call the police no more. Because I've been harassed so much by the same people. So
now look at the lines up here. You see this line right here?
I'm using an app called Spectroid.
And you can actually see the lines move when I talk, but when I don't talk, you see the lines still move, and I was hearing a low droning sound. It's crazy.
You can see the lines go up, but when I'm quiet, look. So, this is what's really strange, is that I'm reading some stuff here. It's pretty interesting. Let me share a little news clip of what I found. Now, other people have heard strange noises here in Austin. Now, this is from 2012. We're in 2017.
Started around midnight last night when people began to call 911 to report strange sounds and vibrations in the Harris Branch neighborhood. Fire crews arrived on the scene.
Now, this is no joke. I've had people come in here and actually have told me that they can actually hear these strong vibration sounds in my room. And there's this car, has no tag on it. It's a paper tag, temp tag. I wonder if these people next door to me are doing this or who's doing it to me, but it's coming from somewhere. It's crazy.
Now I was blamed for methane. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Methane does not cause strange vibrations and all that stuff, you know. I seriously doubt it. In the landfill, and cause people's ears to be hurting? I've never heard of such a thing.
So, I find it very odd. These help a little bit. And then I've also noticed there was a report about some diplomats from Cuba that were from the U.S. and they experienced hearing loss. Google search it, diplomats in Cuba, hearing loss. And from what our government is saying, that they were attacked with an ultrasonic weapon.
Now, an ultrasonic inducer can do that through time. It can also decrease your white blood cells and kill someone after prolonged use, probably after a couple months, and it can cause deafness. And it can cause people to be paranoid. So I use earplugs. It actually helps, and I put my fan on because if anyone's shooting me with one of those ultrasonic inducers, you can buy them for like 25, 30 bucks. It can get someone real sick, and they'll be paranoid. They'll be sick the whole time. They won't be able to work right because they always feel sleep deprived. But they're called ultrasonic inducers. They can go out to 300 feet, a cheap one, and they can harm people.
Check this out. Look at these lines. There's like a bunch of lines everywhere. I grew up on a U.S. Air Force base. This guy's beeping at me. Probably one of those gang stalkers. Ain't doing nothing wrong. There's no traffic.
I grew up on an Air Force base, and I discovered about chemtrails from someone I worked for the Air Force. Study about it, and if you don't believe me, look up your local city normally has cloud seeding permits. Now I don't know if you can hear it, but there's actually a humming sound. It's like it's weird. You may not be able to hear it, but my device was able to pick it up. It's called Spectroid. It's an app from Google, and it was recommended by this professor that I talked to. It's a low droning sound, and it's persistent.
So this low droning type sound is happening non-stop. Now, I don't know if you can see this. I have alopecia. It's right here. Hope my camera is getting it. It's right here. So anyways, going to my dermatologist, this gang stalking now has caused me some serious issues with anxiety. And also, I have alopecia. I think it's called areata. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Alopecia areata, where hair on my body will start falling out due to stress. So I went to one cardiologist, and he told me I was his youngest patient he had in a couple of years. He says, man, you're not that old. He says, what's going on? And I told him, man, I've had a stalking problem, and I've been harassed systematically in the community. So when I walk out the doctor's office, there's a guy, instead of being parked in a parking space in this big hospital, he blocked his cars and parked like this to the side, and my car's parked in the parking space. And he just stood there and said, oh, I'm just smoking, and laughed at me. So I didn't think nothing of it. When I got home, all of a sudden, I see a guy wearing the same shoes, same shirt as my doctor. When I did read...
Now I'm going to pause it there. I have a video, it's private, but every time I would go see this doctor, when I get back home, it was like all of a sudden, minutes later, someone would walk by my house wearing a doctor's jacket. It was the strangest thing, and it happened every single time that I got home. Well, at that time, a light pole was put out behind my balcony. I did research and found out that that light pole matches 100% to security poles that are used by the FBI. It matches 100%. I believe it was ABC News that did a story on it. So I've experienced a lot of street theater. So I'm going to cut it right there. Let me see what this is. Okay, now I went to get my mail one day, and these people from across the street were harassing me, and I actually talked to the FBI about it, and they would come out in groups when all black, and one of them was a firefighter, from what it looked like. Some of these people have ties to the police, and it was a lot of people. It was over 20 people, and it was simultaneously. Every time I went to get my mail, they were harassing different people. And one day I got sick of it, and I started thinking about it, and I went to the guy's house to confront him. It was a black guy, tall black guy. I'm not racist. Some of my best friends in life have been African American, but I went there to talk to them. So I'm gonna play this clip.
Hey, how's it going? Hey, is there a black guy that lives here? A tall black guy?
I don't know any information. So you have to ask the front office.
Oh, so he doesn't live here?
I don't know any of that information.
Okay, all right. Well, I just have a question to ask.
Now let me pause. Let me raise the volume up good, because I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear it. But let me go back that way you can actually hear what he says, real good. Because I don't have any of that information.
Front office.
Oh, so
You have to go to the front office.
Hey, how's it going? Hey, is there a black guy that lives here? A tall black guy?
I don't know any information. So you have to ask the front office.
Oh, so he doesn't live here?
I don't know any of that information.
Okay, all right. Well, I just have a question to ask.
I'm sorry, I'm working right now.
All right. As far as the police.
It's okay. I'm not really interested.
Well, I'm not interested, but you're gonna be interested when I see the videos.
I'm leaving pretty.
Are you leaving soon?
Yeah.
So you got something to hide? You got something to hide then?
Me?
Yeah.
No, my lease is almost up.
All right.
What are you saying?
All right.
It's okay.
All right, man.
Now check this out. Prior to that, I had seen this guy on the patio. This is the first clip. And I seen his back door open while I was getting my mail. And I could see him sitting on the patio. I knocked on the door, he can hear it. He didn't answer. Me fast forward a little bit. I go up to his apartment. Let me see if we can get his room number.
So this guy came out with a bunch of people who lives in this apartment.
Let me see if I can get his apartment number here. What the fuck is going on here? Sorry. Am I cursing? I was beating on the door, but my camera's not coming out too good. Let me see. It doesn't sound loud, but I was hitting that thing.
There's a guy here. He won't answer the door. This is in 1229.
1229.
He's sitting right there. What business?
Now, it may not sound loud, but I was beating on that door. So he was in apartment 1229. All of a sudden, now he's moving. Let me keep going here. I ended up going, and perhaps this was a coincidence. A lot of times in neighborhood watch groups, but when I get back to my car, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it was like 5 or 6 cars. They were all white, and they were parked next to me. And I had this lady, when I walked out, I said, no one wearing earphones. When I walk out of the place, she starts waving at me. And they do this, it doesn't matter if you're with relatives, they do it when you're eating, when you're out. And we have secret societies. This was a secret societies now. Freemasons, Fraternal Order of the Police, pretty much the Freemasons are in DHS handbooks. And I made complaints to the police. And this right here, let me get close. That way you can see it's a U.S. Army sticker. The guy had a white tag. I played cool. I have the video clip and his VIN number and everything. And I made complaints about being followed around by people in a 104-degree temperature, wearing jackets and hoods on, walking around my house, pacing back and forth, like 20 feet front, 20 feet forward, 20 feet back. And their stakeholders are the U.S. Army, Citizens Corps stakeholders. And this guy was coming across, is threatening and harassing me on the road. So when he passed by me, I busted a left on the street and drove around where he was at, and I got his VIN number and stuff. So once they got to a light, all of them, they all rolled down their windows down, and they all put on hoods, black jackets with hoods on, in 104-degree heat. This has been happening to me numerous times. I guess people don't cherish our freedom of speech, and they don't want me talking about this. Now, let me keep going here. Let me see what else I haven't showed.
Okay, these guys have been out
Now,
here.
I had made a video just like the day prior concerning fire, EMS, Citizens Corps, and showed how they deal with the Freemasons. And they didn't go to no apartment. These people sat out here for like 2.5 hours, talked to neighbors. They said that no one was treated for anything.
For
And
now,
that's the
about
only
2
thing I
hours
seen.
and 38 minutes.
2 hours and 38 minutes. And I had just had a video uploaded. I think I had it private and I made it public. And then all of a sudden, these guys sat out my window for a while. And I want to let people know, Freemasons, a lot of them are good people, but we see here the Iron Cross. Now, some people try to use astrology with it, mention like Orion, whatever it's called. So anyways, I used to be real good with astrology. I forgot a lot of that stuff. But we see here the Freemason symbol. And what do we see here? The Black Cross. That was something that Hitler wore. The Black Cross. So it's been implemented in secret societies. See here? That is the Iron Cross. And it's been incorporated into secret societies that have spiritual meanings, but it's really a racist symbol. And it even goes deeper way deep past the Freemasons, but to the people probably that have some of the most power in our country. So let me keep going here. And then we also look here. Let me get it close. The Citizens Corps, let me see here, the April webinar focuses on engaging both traditional and non-traditional whole community partners in education and outreach efforts. So a lot of city halls, a lot of cities have websites where any city employee can access it. So a lot of cities share information that comes from Department of Health, Department of Public Safety, the FBI, and it's passed down to teachers. So they will work to get you out of class if someone doesn't like you. You've got on someone's crap list. So let me read this again. Engaging both traditional and non-traditional whole community partners. So before it was just police, a couple groups that can be trusted. Now we're using feminist groups, LGBT groups. So, and these are some of the partners. Well, let me see. Right here, social and fraternal clubs. That means Freemasons, pretty much. And I've done research. They do deal with Freemasons. This is a report of a FEMA workshop on the whole community approach. Citizens Corps, local health departments, local schools, colleges. So they want to engage everyone, but they're not going to engage you or poor people, I promise you. And if they are, well, actually, take that back. In a well-off area, they're most likely not going to. They're going to use people that are probably racist. And I have printouts that show a lot of people tied to Confederate groups in some of these movements. And then I had one video where I had to call 911. I was experiencing harassment at a park, and I had to call the police. That's them right there. So let me keep going. Let me see. That's pretty much it. I think I've shared everything that I need to share. Just want to make sure I shared everything before I turn this off. And then also a lot of people say that chemtrails are a conspiracy. Let's look at this right here. See these tanks? This is in an airplane, people. And it's real. Now, it does help to create rain and help to help us in a way, but at the same time, some of these chemicals are bad. And we've seen what happened a long time ago. Something happened in Miami. I forgot what agency was doing it. They sprayed some stuff over the community. They got people sick. So, anyways, I've shared everything to make sure I shared everything. That's pretty much it, people. Peace.